I love it. Love it.
Yeah, listen, this new YouTube. I'm really excited for this. Myself, rules state that anybody in a higher series can drop one race per season. Taylor has chosen to choose I will be racing because I am in that starting lineup. One of our top 3 in point, aka W Broom, gets outside non-qualifying positions. We have JCR McLovin, JCR clashing, two of the best in the game, and you see it on there live right now. In the 47, that is Glenn William Grimm making his return to the Giggity/GC Sports Racing League. Very, very excited for this. Puddin', what are you looking for as we get ready to go to Las Vegas?
What, me? Huh? I was talking to Ashley.
I said, what are you looking forward to here at this race here?
Great racing.
They both missed
I know.
Okay.
I love Vegas. Vegas is a fun track. It actually is one of my favorite tracks. Multiple lanes there. Ashley's in here watching the football game on monitor 2 as I'm trying to broadcast on monitor 1. I do kind of love this. But these guys have put all their all in, and today's it's kind of a little symbolic, sentimental, you know, to go back to this Giggity channel where there's been so many great races and so many fun times to be had. So I like what you talked about on the podcast earlier today, bringing everything up like that, and it did, like I said, it almost brought a tear to my eye, you know, like it did. It's 600 subscribers over many years. You've done a hell of a job with this there, Taddy, and let's keep this going, bud.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited for this race. Man, I couldn't be any more tickled. This is a great race. It's all about gambling, right? This is 67 laps. You get 30 to the tank. I have actually mandated that these guys must make 2 stops because 30 and 30 is 60. We only allow 5 laps of savings. 60 plus 5 is 65, 2 lap difference. So 2 stops are mandated here. However, I mandate that you go down pit road twice. I do not mandate what you do on those pit stops, whether it be 2 tires, 0 tires, fuel only. Even if you don't need anything and you go with a blank stop and pit for just 2, down pit road twice. So strategy, although you throw strategy out the window by mandating a second stop, strategy will be a huge factor in who wins this Las Vegas 100 for the C Custom Group. And I'm really, really excited. And I was talking about, 24, 25 drivers. We're now at 27 drivers, 0 cautions, black flags only, no stages, 67 straight laps. I'm really excited for what we got. Billy Holcomb out there, he's cheering for Memphis Phoenix. Denkate is talking about Glenn William Grimm being back. What an exciting night it's going to be. The timer is going. Taylor, Denkate, can you guys make sure I get another invite?
What a huge touchdown for the Buccaneers, by the way. Holy cow.
Denkate, I like to wait till the last second to get one too and take that one as fresh as possible. Taylor, going to shoot it over to you. What are your keys to victory here tonight?
Honestly, Taddy, the keys to victory tonight are just kind of stay clean and try to split up the fuel runs just right.
Hold on. Right as you said, breaking up your fuel strategy just right. All right, now finish the rest.
Yeah, you want to get your fuel strategy just right. That way you've got fresher tires than most of your competitors. That's really my goal for tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I really like what you just said right there. I did a race here Friday night. At the end of it, there was about 8 laps left. We had a late race caution. 5-6 drivers out front. They chose to stay out on old tires, trying to gain all that ever so important track position. However, tires. This is not one of those tracks that you're going to run the same laps for 5, 6, 10 laps in a row. You're going to have 1, 2 laps at a fast pace, and then you're going to fall off 2 to 3 tenths a second. So fresh tires may seem crazy, but having 4 tires, those 2 tenths are going to play huge, especially late in the race. I don't disagree. Having the freshest tires latest in the race is going to be huge. And Denkate, you got about the same strategy, or are you just hoping for a good finish?
I'm hoping for a good finish and a great pit stop.
Absolutely. And we're green flag here at Las Vegas. Wayne Broom on the pole with, I believe that to be Keith sitting in second. Is Keith the 2 car? Keith is the 2 car with an outside pole start for him, followed by last week's winner, Memphis Phoenix, in the unsponsored number 11, and old Johnny Boy in the unsponsored black number 3. Dale Earnhardt Style sitting in third with the 13 of Macatek and 17 of Macatek sitting there now in P4. J-Wow in 5th. That's going to round out your top 5, and these guys are going at it early. Up front we have the 11 of Memphis, the 25 of Broome. They're going side by side entering turn 1 and turn 2. This might be 3 and 4. Apologies. No, that was 1 and 2. Okay. And it looks like Memphis is going to get the early lead. Puddin', over to you.
Yeah, I'm still loading in at this time, and I took an extra minute there to scroll through the entry list. We talked about this in the podcast, and there was a lot of new names.
Oh, we got to spin 78 round.
We got a lot of new names in there. The 78's going around. And a lot of familiar names. Broome is a name that's been affiliated with Giggity, Cringe, and GC for a long time now. So he's already given it up to that, like you said, that unsponsored 11. He's going to take the high side. Multiple lanes to be worked here at Las Vegas. One track that I got to, when they go through turns 2, I got to lay on that. And I walked up the start-finish line here. The banking in real life is a lot more dramatic than what this game makes it out to be, but the 11 is now have that 25 of Broome right behind them. They're 2 and 3 wide behind. Broome for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and the rest of the pack trying to sort themselves out.
Yeah, these guys are really doing a pretty good job. We've seen that spin earlier in the race by the 78 of Buckstopper. He's actually had some medical issues. There are 2 78 cars out there, one being low bow tie, one being a Buckstopper. Unfortunately, we messed up and got the same car twice, but up front, the racing is is really heating up. You have Memphis Phoenix, Wayne Broome. These guys are pulling away, P1, P2. P3, Mac Attack, and that number 17 doing a really good job. P4 now, the 22 car of Palm Coaster has cleared the 62 of BS14 cars. These guys are side by side looking like 4 rows deep. I see Tiller on the outside, about the 4th row back there. Looks like he is racing with that 78, a low bow tie, but I'm seeing some drivers that did not qualify starting to run up front. As that white and pink number 37 of JCR McLovin has now made his way into the top 10 after starting back in 25th position. So good run by these guys, and it really doesn't take a lot of time to make some room up without these cautions and people making mistakes, and you're able to just kind of get your way to the front end. So good run by these guys so far. And back over to you. Oh, as I see the 4, Smooth Puppy going flying through the infield. He's going to save it, get back on the track. No harm, no foul, but he does pull in front of the 96, and he spins again in the middle of 1 and 2. Again, he collects it. Denkate just avoids it. Dave Ace in the number 20. He's almost collected. The 00 almost collected. Crazy lap there for the number 4 car, but he's going to stick with it, and hopefully things are going to go well as we're 3 wide just in front of him, 0020, and the 34 car of Joker Smoker.
I'm back
and
here.
He just gave me a love tap.
I'm back here on board with the number 41 of NASCAR 82FT. Again, another name from a blast from the past, following that 00 car. Everybody knows I got a little soft spot for my buddy Quinn Hoff out there. He's right there. They're further back in the pack, 2 and 3 wide back here, Bison Dub. Big pack of cars and a lot of familiar names, but so many new names that BS. Obviously, Killer. Then there's Mini Cooper, Caleb Hunt.
Big wreck, low bow tie, goes flying in that 78 car.
And that's going to collect a lot of people. Somebody just got into the back of the 48 at Denkate right there, too. They are just flying everywhere. I don't know if this is lag or something, but...
No, it's not lag. This is the result of side-by-side racing with a bunch of people that you've never raced with before. Unfortunately, you hate to see it, but that is part of this style racing. If you're in the A and B group, you don't quite see the same incidences that you're seeing right now. But when you're driving with, again, when we talked about this, these are all a bunch of people that Before tonight, you've never heard the name. Before tonight, I haven't heard a couple of these names, right? Like there's a lot of drivers that you don't know anything about, and so racing the side by side, lap after lap with some of these drivers is going to be a task in its own right, right?
Oh,
Up front,
correct. And another my kryptonite. This was my kryptonite. Every time I couldn't win a race, it was because of JCR McLovin. Great to see him back out there on the track, and he's running a paint car, one of your old paint schemes. But again, that was my kryptonite. But you guys don't want to hear about this. But same thing in iRacing. Think about this all the time. Week to week, race with everybody on a league, right? Try doing this every day with people you don't know. Stuff's going to happen. You don't know how they're going to drive it in. People get too anxious.
Another wreck.
Patience is key when it comes to these long races. Patience is one of those things. Do not push an issue. Don't cause damage to your car. Don't cause any accidents to anybody else. Be in the top 5 and be there at the end. That is how you got to win these races. But again, patience. I'll say it one more time. Patience.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing right now. As CEO, I've not seen drivers make contact with other drivers being the issue. What I'm seeing as an issue is drivers that didn't practice their setup. And
47 is Sanity Outlaw. Am I seeing that right? Sanity Outlaw?
Yep.
The Sanity.
First race
Glenn
back.
William Grimm is back. Yeah, this is his first race back here with the DC Racing League.
My buddy from out in Maryland. No kidding.
Yeah,
No,
he gave me a love
I'm
tap earlier.
I think that was a, hey, get out of my way, you're slow, but hi, I missed you at the same time.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's still, I can't, Sanity out there.
Light 903 wheel up, one of the fueled up drivers. Up front, I'm seeing Wayne Broom trying to make a move on Memphis Phoenix, unsuccessful. Driver of the race right now, though, that number 37 of JCR McLovin, he's moved into the top 5 as he's running right there behind the 17 of Mac Attack and the 62 of BS14. Really good run from that number 37 Chevrolet. As I'm seeing Toyota, Chevy, Ford, Chevy, all in your top 5. So at least a little bit of representation from all of the manufacturers. Running a really good race so far. Again, I want to go over how... Okay, so I went over today in the podcast how every team is going to try to help these drivers, right? Keep in mind, you are, as a captain, able to drop your driver, and if your driver's not on a team, he doesn't get to race if he's on a team and gets dropped because of problems with that driver on the track, right? So I'm leaving it up to the 12 to 15 captains to try to help me decide who belongs and who doesn't belong, right? And these people that I'm seeing, this is a custom setup league. This isn't just the sliders. You don't just show up and run what you brung, right? This is, you got to work on these setups. And I'm telling you, as a CEO and somebody that's done these custom setups for a really long time, what I'm seeing the issue is people not working on their setups, not testing it, just thinking they can go up and race. And
We're breaking up.
JCR McLovin. Oh, sorry.
You're breaking up, Taddy.
Right, JCR McLovin, these guys are running top 5. They're in the C division, but these guys are some really fast competitors that you can't just show up and expect that you're going to be able to run up front. This isn't a slider where everyone's on the same page. These people work on their stuff, and that's why they run up front. You got to do the same thing. Again, Memphis Phoenix, Wayne Broom, BS14, JCR McLovin now running in 4th place as he gets past Mac Attack. But, a little disappointed, and these guys are going to have a reckoning when it comes to next season for the 2022 GC Sports lower tier division.
Now, I got a little bit of a fan vote. We got 60 viewers out there in YouTube land. I got a fan vote. How do you pick your car? Do you choose manufacturer or do you choose paint scheme? Everybody obviously knows I'm a manufacturer guy. I won't drive anything but the fastest car alive, Chevrolet. If it ain't a Chevy, then get the hell out of my way, But how do you guys out there in YouTube land? What do you guys do to, how do you guys pick your car? Manufacturer or paint scheme? Because I've seen different ways of going about this too.
I think to go with what you're saying, I think it's actually huge, especially for these guys, because somebody actually mentioned that's going to be a captain next season. Like, they really want to see the drivers showcase what they have from here on out. And right now, the drivers in the C group got to hand pick their own car, as well as in the B group, they got to hand pick their own car. So, as a captain, it was Dan Mattiello that was asking about, showcasing your talent, right? And if you want a Chevy, this is the best way to showcase it. Drive a Chevy all the time. If you want a Toyota, maybe you're a Toyota guy. Memphis Phoenix clearly likes the 11 car. run one and hope that one of those captains in that boat are like, you know, if I'm a Ford captain, for example, I might be looking at the drivers that chose a Ford, like out of all the drivers choosing a Ford, who's this, who's that, like this is what they want to be. They have say. The drivers will have say to say yay or nay on accepting with their captain, but to an extent. I'm not going to let them just say, I'll only drive for this person. You know what I mean? So they can say yay or nay, but you could also cost yourself being drafted in general by saying nay.
Spoon Fluffy makes a smooth move on one of the double zeros out there. Again, I can't tell what position that is for. We bring this up regularly in the broadcast. Thank you, 704, for that real nice ticker up there that we were promised. As one car's cutting across the tri-oval.
Yeah, I think Hellraiser's getting loose.
Yeah, one car spins right there on the front stretch. Couldn't see who that is. Good battle back here between the 3 and the 41, and 41 in NASCAR. And
we got a spin in the back.
Tiller in the 2 car.
That's Keith
and
in
then
the 2.
The 2 car gets sent to the moon by the 47. I believe that was Grimsanity.
Yep. And the 20 of Dave Ace involved. And now the 24 Pro 75 involved, as the leaders are now dealing with that problem.
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
This is going to be a battle of attrition here at this fantastic track of Las Vegas.
We have a new race leader. First time tonight, the number 37 of JCR McLevin has made his way to the front. Tiller, is that you going a lap down?
Yeah, the 2 car come down on me there and caused that big stack up.
46 seconds left, 4th and 1, 27 to 20. Oh, wrong TV, sorry guys.
Guys, out there in YouTube land, we have 7 viewers. We were up to 9 at one point. I really like seeing what we see. We brought it over here for this new channel so that we could have some more spectators. We were averaging about 5 per race. The fact that we're at 7 now in a C night, that's always good, of course. This battle for the lead is crazy, though. All 6 of these cars that you're seeing on your screen, they are lead lap cars. The 37, that's McLovin. 25, Broom. 11, Memphis Phoenix. 62, BS14. 17, Mac Attack. 21, JCR JWoww is back. 6 cars under a blanket, and we haven't even made one of, if not even the second, but this is still the first before pit cycle. So we're going to see 2 green flag stops from these guys. Guaranteed, because there's no caution.
Taddy, not to take away from the racing action, but remember our podcast earlier today, and I backed a win by 42 seconds, 4th quarter. It was 3 to something, some dynamic amount. It
3
is
to
now
27.
27 to 27. So that is what Brady can do as we're getting back to this.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I know I'm not part of the broadcast, but I will tell you this right now. Tom Brady knows how to lead comebacks. I'm sorry. He knows how to lead comebacks there. But
as a Falcons fan, I'm not going to talk about Tom Brady comebacks in the playoffs.
I'm just talking about this has been a good game. It's been helping my DraftKings, and you know who's not helping my DraftKings? Somebody I drafted tonight, Denkate. I had him in the top 5. Denkate's not helping my DraftKings.
Okay, well, I'm in the top 10.
You know, well, here's the thing. Like I said in the podcast earlier, whenever I'm racing, my goal is I always tell the people in G sliders, I'm like, I always need to finish in front of Denkate because I don't want to see that Napa car in front of my car. I don't want to see that car in front of me. It gets annoying.
Sorry, Nick.
Oh, don't be you dumb Canadians. I'm telling you. No, I'm playing. But I will say this right now. I will say this: if I lag out tonight, tell you send me a couple of invites and I will join in for C Slider in the booth tonight. If I lag out, so, just in case. But
yeah,
yes.
I want to. All right, outside of everything, we've seen Wayne Broom running up front here tonight, right? And he's been one of the top 6 most competitive drivers, if not fastest drivers on the track. He's run the P1 and P2 most of the race. He's now made his green flag pit stop, but entering this race, Wayne Broom trails by 8 points to the number 3 of old Johnny Boy, who's also running in the top 10. Next to that is the 22, who we've seen highlights of being a fast car, but Palm Coaster is 3rd in points, and he only trails Broom by 3. So 11 points really separate the top 3 in points, with Memphis Phoenix, last week's points winner, or race winner, running in the top 5 all race tonight. He's sitting in 4th. So we literally, week in, week out here in the C Custom Series, we're seeing the top competitors. I just listed 4 names, and on your screen, you're seeing 3 of them battle right here. I don't know what. Oh, 96. That's is that T-Bird? He's spinning around in circles. But old Johnny Boy right here racing the 11 and the 22. The 22 and the 11, they stayed out a little bit longer, and we talked about in the pre-race talk about how fresh tires mean everything. 22 and 11 both able to pass old Johnny Boy, who enters this race as your points leader, yet he's losing ground to all these drivers that are behind him in the points. Hellraiser going -4 miles an hour on the looks like he might have run out of fuel.
My thing was flipped up, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Carry on.
These guys making green flag pit stops, 4 fresh tires, talked about that too. That's always been one of my strategies in the longest. I've always tried to stay out as long as possible to get those 4 fresh tires, but sometimes it traps you down a little bit. But on a bigger track like this, depending upon what leaders out where you're at, you might be able to make that work for you. This game's been out, we've done this long enough, the whole strategy game should be out the window, as everybody should have a strategy, but right now it looks like it's trying to stay clean and green after seeing those big, early, massive contacts. It's going to be a huge factor staying in the top 10, as Denkake said he was in the top 10 right there too.
Yeah, but I pitted.
Yeah.
So
that's
now I'm
why
running
you're in the
17.
top 10. Now you lie. Yeah, see, now you lie to me. Oh, I'm in the top 10. I'm in the top 10 because I pitted.
Oh,
I was
24
running top
gets into the
10.
back end of the 78. 78 goes up and into the wall.
Yeah,
Who you guys have as your race leader?
Jumping back and forth. Memphis thing.
The 11.
Race leader.
It's so cool too to see so many cars out here. Not to have a 5, 10, or even like a 15 car field, to see 20 plus cars out here all at one time is resembles of a big NASCAR race in real life.
Hey, Puddin',
Awesome.
you think this is exciting? Wait until you see the slider race. We're averaging 31 drivers a race on the slider side.
Oh yeah, dude.
Don't make me hook my wheel up just to come wreck people.
We actually hey, listen.
Since you said that, but if you do race, you're the first one to be taken out by me.
Hey, one week in the slider race, we had 37 cars. We only allow 38, so we have 2 spots for broadcast. We had 37 drivers one time in the C slider.
If you can't hear, I forgot to mute my mic. Mrs. Puddin' over here is pretty excited that Tom Brady is not moving on. That was a hell of a game. That's her excited for the Rams win. I wanted to go to see her. That's her yelling about that. She's not confident.
Hey, something real quick I want to talk about is, right, so here in the C group, one of the biggest things that you want to do, right, you want to advance, you want to be able to race against the top talent in the league, but something that you really need to think of when you advance is not only are you trying to advance, but you're also trying to earn respect from the drivers in the higher series, right? Like, so I watch this, you watch it, captains watch it. Some of the best drivers in the game today are watching these races and they're seeing the talent. I mentioned JCRs. Everybody respects and loves the JCR group. We know the talent level that they have. Memphis Phoenix becoming one of the drivers that is becoming a really respected driver here in the GC Racing League. Tiller, you are one of the drivers in an upper group running in the B Customs typically, but you're running down here in the C group on a respect level. Are there any drivers that you're seeing out here that maybe before today you didn't know or didn't recognize but are earning your respect pretty quick, or are you seeing kind of some sloppy racing?
I mean, honestly, I've seen some sloppy racing here, but I don't really know a lot of these guys, don't really know how they run, so it may just be setup issues like you were calling out earlier. But I've been wrecked twice in this race already.
Yeah, I've seen you had some issues, but I've also seen a little bit of side-by-side racing with you, and that's kind of where I was going at with that. Is are there maybe a few surprises like, 34 Joker Smoker looks like he's out of fuel on the front stretch, but is there a few surprises that you're seeing out on track that are maybe going by you, like you're standing still that maybe you didn't recognize that give you room but pass you cleanly? Or is it kind of just all one of those C custom style races where there's no caution, so you're seeing more push the issue and no give and take at all?
I'm not seeing a whole lot of give, but There's definitely some of those front guys. They're really fast, and they come by me for everything.
Yeah, I'm asking that now. Is you're actually right behind you is the second place in points of Wayne Broom, and third in place in points that 22 of Palm Coast. So these are some of the highest leveled guys here. As I say that, you catch the wall, so they didn't really get to race you. Here comes Mini Cooper. He flies by you, but again, he could have drove through you. Instead, he seen it. He recuperated. So
Yeah, those like I said, your front runners they're so far they're pretty good. Of course, old Johnny Boy, I get to race with him in the C slider side. He's always good, clean competition. So.
And Taylor, I'm really glad you're in here as an NRA supporter. We talked about this actually. One of the drivers in C sliders, he's actually the points leader. Chit-ass wasted. One of the faster, cleaner, top talented drivers in the C slider group, but he ran in the custom setup group for the money race. He was all over the place and struggling, but it is a different breed trying to run the two different types of racing. Is that an accurate statement?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And Puddin, there are 27 drivers on the track, and they're all going faster than you ever have. Is this amazing to you?
Absolutely not, because the fact that they think they're going faster than me, it's just a thought perception, you know. But I applaud them all. I give them all, you know, I give them a little gym class, out of gym class butt pat for trying.
Guys, is the 37 the race leader right in front of you, right behind you, Denkate?
I think so, yeah.
You have a track map on your screen that'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, my number's covering them.
Okay. Taylor, you got 37 as race leader?
Yes.
So, we're seeing JCR McLovin, 37, or JWoww. At the end of the day, JCR versus JCR, as they're actually getting ready to lap the other JCR guy, the 51 Toyota up there. So all three JCR drivers are driving a different manufacturer, and Toyota seems to be the weak link. But battle side by side here for the race lead is JWoww is on the outside, McLovin on the inside, coming off turns 3 and 4. If you guys get the opportunity, could you please give me a lap count?
26.
To go?
Yep.
All right, well, JWoww just took your race lead from the outside, which again here at Las Vegas, more so in the sliders than the customs, but the outside lane is the preferred lane. Denkate's going to give way as he goes to the outside so the race leaders can get to the inside. JWoww has the lead. McLovin's going to try to take this opportunity with lap traffic and get below the 21, but he's going to be unable to make it as it looks like he caught that apron just a little bit. Next car to go
Leaders
lap
are taking
down.
24.
All right. 24 to go for your race leader, JCR JWoww. JWoww in front of McLovin. The two of them are catching the other JCR driver of Clashin' as he's in that 51 Toyota Rowdy Energy Toyota, as it looks like he's going to be the next one to go lap down. But on track right now, you see JCR, JCR, and JCR.
That's not a surprise, seeing how you said JCR. We talked about teamwork. These guys all know how to set up cars. They know how to work together. They have a strategy put in place, and that's what the team does.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
it is a slight surprise as one of them is about to go a lap down while the other two are battling for the lead. And awkward silence.
Oh, sorry, sorry. I was taking a drink of beer. You know, I love my adult beverages.
Is it really a beer though if it's a Keystone?
Yep.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's actually how you grow hair on your chest as a man.
Well, I will say this, as a driver running at Las Vegas, I mean, not really the best at being at Vegas. I mean, running the middle lane is kind of my own ways of running the track, but usually I see a lot of guys in any league. I see guys go up to that wall, and I'm like, well, there you go. You're going to hit that wall, and you're going to collect hold the rest of the field, and what are you going to do, man? You got to prevent from doing that.
Turning the wheel less is obviously giving you less resistance. It also makes you drive around to the higher though, so you're making the track longer than what it is. The inside line you got to check up a lot. My personal opinion, just off that white line by half the car, that median line, that second lane is my favorite way around here. You're not turning the wheel quite as much. You're keeping your corner speed up. You're not wearing your tires out as much. Throttle control does come into play a little bit there, but bit a factor that's how I drive. Everybody has a unique driving style and drives everything differently. You're right, though. You see, it's funny to watch, and you're like, ha, I'll see you in 10 laps. I know where your tires are going to be.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing. You mentioned that really well, Puddin'. I mean, tires are going to be a big issue going into Steve Sliders tonight. With, tires are the biggest issues on these type of tracks. A lot of tracks like Kentucky, Vegas, and all other tracks that wear your tires out, and you think you're like, oh, I could save my tires. I could do this. I could do that. I can make this thing work. But no, man, you gotta save your tires and fuel at some point during the race, bud.
Sorry, guys.
Harry Hogg said it best. Tires is what wins a race.
Sorry, guys. I had to step away. I did a FanDuel deal for today for $25 for the Bucks and Rams game, and I finished first place, and I was very excited to go show the wife how much money I just won. Yay.
How much did you win? $25?
No, I bet $25 on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty good win. Yeah. So PS5 might be coming in my near future. Let's try to find who's the leader.
What about that $5 you owe me?
You owe me $200 after the Bengals win the Super Bowl.
Let's just
they gotta beat the 49ers first.
No, they don't.
Gotta get past
49ers are in the in the NFC, and the Bengals in the AFC.
They gotta beat the Chiefs next week after the Chiefs beat the brakes off the Bills today.
They're gonna have to beat the Bills next week after the Bills beat the Chiefs this week. Correct.
No,
Out on track, the number 21 Wood Brothers Ford Mustang, unsponsored. JCR JY, which unfortunately for the JCR group, they have 3 drivers and only 2 cars could come here tonight sponsored. And JWOW, usually the worst of the 3, is actually a race leader. That's why they didn't put a sponsorship on him, assuming that he had no chance. But Jordan Dorsek, there in that number 21 Ford Mustang, is your race leader in front of his sponsored number 37 teammate of JCR McLevin. But we do still expect to see one more round of pit stops. And after the first round, I seen McLovin was actually the better of the drivers that took pit stops. He seemed to get on and off a lot quicker than the rest of the drivers. He was running 5th prior to the pit stops come out in 1st. However, JWOW was also in 7th prior to the pit stops, and now he's your race leader. So either there's a lot of speed in that number 21, or maybe it was on and off pit road that it was his trick.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. So Puddin', talkative per usual, and out there in YouTube land, always a good time to see Paul Bear out there in YouTube land. Michael Proc out there cheering for Mini Cooper. So let's see if I can find Mini Cooper as he gone on pit road. So the second round of pit stops has started. Here's Mini Cooper on that number 42 Credit One McDonald's Chevy right here on your screen. He's beautiful paint scheme. He doesn't seem to have the fast score, but that 62 of BS14 has been one of the top competitors. Right behind him, you're seeing Wayne Broom and Palm Coaster. So those are 2 of your top 4 in points. Mini Cooper, clearly, anytime you can make up points on any of the top runners, and points is a big deal. So Mini Cooper, all in all, having a pretty good race here. As the 96 spins on the front stretch, he's going to collect the number 62 of BS14. The 42 is going to gain even more ground. Palm Coaster is going to be involved in that wreck. Huge accident for late in the race here for these drivers, as we've got to be about 10 to go, I'm assuming.
About that, I think.
Are you sure about that there, Dinky?
No, 15. I got 15 laps.
So there's basically 13. So there's basically maybe around 13 to go if you're like 2 down.
That's correct. There's 13 to go.
Thank you, Taylor.
Are you on
but
the
they
lead lap
haven't
now,
pitted
Taylor?
yet, so.
I don't care what Aquatati says about you, Taylor. You're not a bad-looking guy, bud.
Well, I don't talk about his looks. I talk about his attitude. No, I'm just playing.
Let me ask you this, Dennis. Can you guys make it after this pit stop?
Oh God, yes.
God, are you kidding me? I mandated the extra stop. They didn't even need the second. They didn't even need the second stop. I mandated it to keep them racing, not saving. Sorry, I think you missed it there, Nick, when I said that. You get 30 to the tank. This is a 67-lap race, so I mandated a second stop.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful head.
I gotcha.
Oh, being polite. My wife just came into the room looking like an absolute zombie with her hair in 19 different directions. And somehow, when I told her how beautiful she looks, I get flipped off.
I can see that. I can see that. And I can see it walking in the living room since I slept in the dog cage that is in your living room. I can see that happening.
I've now been hit by a flip-flop.
Not fun, is it?
Yeah, thankfully somebody else got it other than me.
Ashley, we have an emergency. Buckstopper, one of the 78s, has gone down pit road. He's done. Maverick asking a lot of questions today in the Q&A. Gotta respect him being out there, but he's not having the best of nights there in that 49 Toyota. McLovin is on pit road, one of our top 2 drivers. Hellraiser on pit road, T-Bird on pit road, but his car's not moving. That looks like he's out of the race there in that 96 Toyota. I don't understand that. I don't like it. If you're going to race that long, I know you're struggling. He was involved in that big wreck that involved Palm Coaster and some of the top guys, but if you're going to race that many laps and you're not but 15 laps from the end, why not finish? And I'll tell you why.
You put the
Not
effort
finishing
in, why not
those
make it?
races, not finishing these races is why you're in the C group.
I think I've only lagged out of one race this season.
You mean rage
I
quit?
would
That's what you
blame
meant
Canada
to
for that.
say. JCR JWOW, race leader on pit road in that number 21 unsponsored Ford Mustang.
The one of the 00s is a leader. Broom, what are you doing?
Is that 00 on the front stretch or the back stretch?
Coming out of turn 4. So he's on the front stretch now.
Caleb Hunt crossing the start finish line right now in that 00 is your race leader, losing a lot of ground. Looking like he might be trying to save some fuel actually, and in which case if he wins this race, he would not get the points for the race win.
And I think Broom is doing something because I don't normally pass him. But I do have fresher tires.
Now let me say this right now. I've raced with Caleb in multiple leagues. The guy, you know, he knows how to save. He knows how to save tires and fuel. I get it.
But we're not supposed to.
Yeah, no, it's been mandated that these drivers must make a second stop. So if you don't make the second stop, you're actually penalized 2 laps. So Caleb Hunt, say he wins the race by fuel strategy, and all the guys that were beating him by 1 lap or on the same lap, they now pass him. They beat him because of the 1 lap penalty. And then on top of that, he would lose to the people that he's actually lapped. That is the penalty for not pitting when told that you need a second pit.
He just pit. The 21's now the leader.
21 and JWOW. So with that said, everybody on the track has done 2 stops. So I really get concerned about that, you know, because I posted in the chat within an hour prior, 2 hours prior to the race. But not everybody sees it, you know, and so I have had the instances where somebody tries to save and they say, well, I didn't see that you can't save. Well, that's why everybody in the race is in the chat. Tiller going flying off the corner of 2, exit of corner 2, and he goes flying to the inside wall. Tiller, I'm just putting this out there, but maybe before the B Customs gets to Las Vegas, you might ought to try to fix that setup.
Oh, yeah, you're correct there. Definitely need some work on this one.
Isn't that next week?
What is?
I'm not so sure the B group comes here this season.
I don't think we do.
You got to keep in mind different schedules between the series this season, unlike past seasons. Yep. Las Vegas is the season finale for the B series, so Tiller gonna strongly advise that you get a little better at Las Vegas before you get to the finale this season.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is fast. It's just not good on the long run.
Or, okay, so strongly advise, one of 2 things, fix the setup or cause a caution every 8 laps.
I'd rather not do that.
I'm just playing with you, of course. So I got JWOW is back. He's our race leader. I believe the 37 of McLovin to still be in second. However, I don't see him on the track.
Memphis
Caleb Hunt,
is in second.
Memphis Phoenix in the 11. I like it. Memphis, man. Is the 3 of Johnny Boy in third?
I think so.
So 37 pit road speeding penalty, possibly. I really like it, man. Memphis, I'll tell you what, this guy has confidence issues. that if I'm a captain entering next season, I'm watching this broadcast back. I'm going to tell you what I would do with Memphis if I'm his captain. Build his confidence, build his confidence, build his confidence. Last week he won the race. He got to race in the B Customs. He felt like he was all over the place. He got really nervous. He himself wrote me saying how he was nervous around the other drivers. Didn't have a good finish. Told me he didn't belong in that series. But after winning in the lower series, you have just as much right as everybody else is running in that B group. And Memphis, just his confidence level is absolutely not there. But I'm telling you right now, as CEO, if you can build the confidence in that number 11 of Memphis Phoenix, you have one of the best drivers, not just in the C group or the B group, but I'm talking about in all of GC sports. That number 11 can drive the wheels off the car when he has the confidence about his vehicle and his own ability.
White flag, guys.
I'm going to try to get to our race leader. JWoww is back in the number 21. Puddin', thanks for all the talking that you haven't done at all in the last 20 minutes.
Oh, come on. Let's pass this car in front of me.
What am I supposed to say?
Don't. I'd say checker flag in our winner. How about that?
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Stay there, Caution. I'm coming down under you. Come on, come on. No, he just got me, too. Damn it.
All right,
Where'd you finish, Dennis?
When you guys can,
15th.
I need the top 3.
Top 3, JWoww, Memphis, and Johnny Boy.
All right.
You let me down again, Dennis.
Again, Tiller, I'm going to send it over to you, right? So, and of course, Puddin', you can get in on this. But so, Tiller, you are a B Custom Series racer. Were there any surprises by some of the guys out there on the talent level, or was it kind of just all one of those you're just racing and kind of having a good time type deal? But really, I want to know who the big surprises were for the series here tonight.
The biggest surprise to me is NASCAR 82 finishing up there in the top 10. That's a pretty good run for him.
So you're saying him running well was the surprise to you?
Do what now?
You're saying him running up front was the surprise?
Just as I've never seen that guy really have that much speed, so he done really good tonight.
All right.
Must have been the setup was better than mine for sure.
Oh, he paid me $25 for mine.
Who got the fastest lap?
I don't know, the car that won fastest. JCR McLovin did. Fastest lap, worst finish. No, I think Clashin had the worst finish of the McLovin, or of the JCR drivers.
No, he didn't leave yet. Yes, he did. Damn it.
It was McLovin, just right there that McLovin got it. Alright. JWoww, did you join?
Yeah, I'm in here.
I don't want to talk to you yet. Waiting on the other two.
Alright. I'll talk to you later.
No, I'm just playing. Of course, you'll get talked to. Just give me just a second. Trying to see if the other guys are going to join. I don't like doing the race winner first, right? Because like I want you to get amped up and yell and scream and tell everybody to F off and all that good stuff prior to getting in your interview. That way I can penalize you before you ever even get to interview. Well, waiting on Johnny Boy and Memphis Phoenix if they ever feel like joining. All right, well, it's not happening. So, Bud, why don't you go ahead and start this interview with Mr. JCR JWoww.
Wow. There I started it.
Oh, man.
What's up, buddy? Congratulations, man. Battle of attrition tonight, making it through some of those accidents. Obviously, with the name JCR in front of it, we know you guys are strong. We know you guys are tough. I mean, what did it take to pull that one off?
Yeah, it just took a lot of patience getting around the lap traffic, or just traffic in general, because I knew I got a good car, got a good setup. Just the hard part was being patient and getting out of avoiding wrecks, mainly.
Hey.
And didn't I say something about patience earlier in this broadcast?
Hey, JWoww, real quick. Puddin's a rookie at these interviews, right? So your voice is set to always loud, right?
What was that again?
Your voice is set to always allow, right? Like Puddin', he's a rookie. He
Yes.
doesn't know to ask about that. So, okay. Carry on, Puddin'.
Other than that, no, I brought that up earlier. Patience is a key. With no cautions, you got to be able to manage your tire factors. And then with two pit stop, man, how did that bring up anything into knowing that you probably could have made it, but then you had to pit again with the two pit stop strategy? How did that do anything for you? Did that phase you any?
No, because we had about 8-9 laps left on that last run, and there's no way I had a fuel gear or anything ready for that. What? 2 stops was the key for tonight, and I just walked into the pits and didn't want to even get close to speeding both times. And yeah, I came out on the first set of pit stops about 1.5 seconds behind McLovin, and several laps later I ended up getting about a 1.5 seconds lead on him, and just stayed there for a good while and ended up pitting with the lead, and just it was a dash for the finish after that.
Oh, McLovin, I said it in the broadcast too. My kryptonite from back in the day. Every time I finished second, it was next to him. But you guys do such a great job over there at GCR. Thanks for participating and racing over here. You guys are obviously successful at GC Sports. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Real quick, J-Well. I know that this is not your second race here with the custom group of the C Customs, but as GC gets ready to move forward and make this more of a once-a-year style league, are you guys, is the JCR clan looking at moving in here and becoming more full-time, or is it kind of still just always going to be one of those when we have time, or if it's a track I like type deal?
Mostly it's when we have time, but I don't know about the other two, but sometimes I'm available, sometimes I'm not, but I'm here if I need to contend for a season. I'll commit to it if I need to.
Yeah, no, I mean, we here at GC Sports, we know that the JCR group is some of the best in the game by far, not just one of the best in the series, not one of the best in GC Sports, not just best in customs or sliders, but I'm talking about some of the absolute best drivers in the game. And I would like to see you guys being able to compete for championships week in and week out here at GC Sports, especially with the upcoming season changes of only doing one per year to claim victory for the whole season. So really look forward to seeing what you can do in the future. And JWoww, per usual, it's an honor to be able to interview you in post-race victory, and congratulations tonight, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, third place finish was old Johnny Boy in the 3 car. You're in here, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, the number 3 getting third, unlike a Dale Earnhardt type finish, but all in all, at the end of the day, you got to be pretty happy. You entered this race running up top 3 in points, and you finished in the top 3. You beat Broom, you beat Palm Coaster. You got to feel promising on how the season's going for you to this point, and the way your championship outlook is going right now.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. That one right there, I got hit on like lap 2, so that cost me a lot. But I made it up during the pit stops. Just trying to finish constant in the top 5, and I'll be all right. I need a win though.
Winning is nice, but. And I'll be honest, going into next season, one of the things that a lot of captains are going to look for is victories are nice, but if you can only win 1 out of 5 races and you finish 20th on back in the other 4 races, winning doesn't mean anything, but finishing podium finish week after week after week, or top 5 week after week after week, as far as the team is concerned, that's what they're really going to be looking for next season. So as CEO and somebody that runs a team right now in GC Sports, I got to say that what you're doing right now is exactly what any team owner would want to see in the future.
I don't appreciate it.
Puddin', you got anything here for our third place finisher in Mr. Old Johnny Boy?
Yeah, do better. Finish. You got 2 spots ahead of you. Third place is like the second loser, bud. Just sorry.
Second loser. Yep. Horrible.
No offense, but I'm just joking with you. I've never got to talk with you before. I do like the old, I do like that name, old Johnny Boy and everything. To finish in the top 3, top 5, even in the top 10 in an event like this, in a race like this, battle of attritions, no cautions, pit strategy and everything, you got something to hold your head high about tonight, and I can't look forward to see what you got in the future, buddy.
And of course, congratulations on extending your points lead.
Hey, thank you. That's always nice.
All right, Memphis, you got a copy? Memphis.
He's floating in Memphis.
Memphis, you got about 19 seconds. All right, well, no interview with Memphis here tonight. Second place finisher, doesn't want to talk to us. Again, I'm telling you, this 11 card, if you are team captain for next season.
Is that a silent but deadly strategy?
He's not a fart, he's a driver. But yeah, so he is one of those drivers that next season, if you guys draft him, I'm telling you, confidence, and you're going to see one of the better drivers in the league. This number 11 FedEx machine of Memphis is slowly but surely, week after week, getting better and better. And I talk to him. He writes me on a week-to-week basis, asking for help. Exactly what a team wants. You know, he doesn't think he already knows all the answers. He wants the help from the other drivers. So definitely somebody you guys should look forward to. I'm going to run it over to you, Den Kate. What are your takes from tonight's race? What did you see that you liked, and what did you see that you didn't like? All right,
Dennis.
Good talk, Dennis.
Great talk, buddy.
Great job, man.
Now we're going to go over
Canadian internet's looking real good right now.
Now we're going to go over to you, Tiller, in-race reporter. What are you seeing some things? So what I want you to imagine in your head is put yourself as a team captain for this season. What did you see in this race that you really liked as a team captain? What did you see that things that some of these guys are going to have to work on?
Well, I like to go fast. I like to take
and yet again, all right, good talk there, John. Nick,
great job, guys.
Nick, what you didn't get to see the race. We didn't send you an invite, but did you watch it on YouTube at all?
No, I caught a little bit, but I will say going into tonight, I think what I'm going to say is like there's going to be a lot of beating and banging like we saw tonight on customs. You know, a lot of guys, there's no cautions, there's no stages, and there's going to be a lot of wrecks, and we've seen this many times since the start of the season. And a lot of us in our group, we're all like, "Oh my gosh, there's so many wrecks. How the heck are we going to get around these?" And you know, tonight, I think with the sliders of how many we get, I think tonight should be a good night. Hopefully, I don't lag out, and hopefully, maybe I can finish up for Dennis and we can get something going. But honestly,
never.
Oh, okay, there you go. I mean, geez. But honestly, I think tonight should be a fun night for C sliders, and honestly, it will be a fun, crazy race tonight.
All right, so the last thing you ever want to hear about a league, Nick said this league is full of, with the wrecking every lap. Puddin', we're going to go over to you. So you are a captain, and you're the Petty Motorsports captain right now here in this season. You're going to be a captain next season. What are you looking at as, again, same as I was asking Tiller, who things that you've seen tonight that are positive for some of these drivers in order, some of the things that you're kind of in question on whether or not they'll make the team next season?
I see, again, too much aggression too early. That is something I look at. Again, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. Patience. Those things are key. Everybody knows I raced in real life cars and motorcycles. You cannot win on the first lap. We all say it. And the guy who says you can't win on the first lap is the guy that goes out and murks everybody on the first lap.
Right, that's me.
So, yeah, that's why you're already fired. So, people out there racing against other people that they have never raced against, we've talked about this also, I think it's in their best interest to fall back. Observe. Go back to what my dad taught me about being the guy at the bar. Be the quiet guy at the bar in the corner. Watch everything that happens. And at the end of the night, nobody wants to blankety blank 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 with the guy in the corner of the bar because he's been sitting back and watching. There is talent. Everybody wants to see their name on a broadcast. They want to hear their name on a broadcast. At one point, it will. But by going out there and being on the broadcast by causing an accident or being in an accident or being interviewed at the end of the race, there's two different ways of being in a broadcast. So I think, and you know we've done this before with captains, you know how I look at things. Not necessarily always a race winner, but I'm looking at the most people who listen, people who are conscious, and people who are not Denkate.
And whoever will wreck the British people.
Oh, hey, Denkate, sorry.
All right, well, you guys heard it here live. There's a lot of things that we're expecting as captains. I say captains. I'm hoping not to be a captain next season, but we're seeing positives, we're seeing minuses. We're getting ready to enter the C Slider group here tonight. Same racetrack, some of the same drivers, same aspect where they must pit twice. I'm hoping not to see the same aspect with some of the drivers being all over the place, but being able to get drafted is one of those high honors that you got to show that you know what you're doing, and wrecking every other lap because you didn't want to practice, or you're catching the wall, or you're taking out the field. Nobody's going to want you. And again, I stated in the Q&A earlier that if nobody wants to draft you, I have 13 captains. Literally, one person has to draft you in order for you to be able to still be able to run here in
right
GC
off
Sports.
The rip, right now,
without being drafted.
There
is a good chance you could get
to be
dropped.
drafted. I am not drafting Mute Dog. I'm telling you that right now. Mute Dog, Tom Horton, sorry, you're on the sideline. Get your pom-poms out. Put your little skirt on. You're going to be nothing but a cheerleader, buddy.
Uh-oh.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and end this stream, and we'll be back in about 30 minutes as the C Slider race gets going at about 7:35. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is your CEO, Aquatati, in the booth with me tonight, joined by in-race reporters Denkate, Tiller, and the other broadcasters with me tonight, although one didn't get to watch the race, was Nick Champ, and the other one being Puddin' Knievel. We'll see you back in 35 minutes for the C Slider race.